Because I was... in case you didn't notice, that was a whole bunch, like that poem was made from, because I was listening to my MP3 player, and every single song I either took the title or I took the chorus or like maybe a quick little bar and I remixed it. Yeah, really sorry about that mess up, but I guarantee the rest will be way better. This first piece is entitled City of Self-Destruction, and it's real personal for me, especially right now, because, you know, some things been happening. So I've taken a trip to the city of self-destruction with a lot of dehumanization and very little loving. A lot of thugging and slugging, and I was bugging to be something unique. This city wasn't me. See, because I wasn't counting down time to see how long it take for me to be all I could be. I was counting on time, counting on me, and now I see I should have taken this time to leave. Instead of spitting these lines to grieve, I tried to sleep away the stress. However, since I'm an insomniac, life was a mess. I felt far from blessed, hated living like this, so I chose to caress on anger and animosity. Was a lone soldier, so no one was the boss of me. I've taken a trip to this city, and somehow the bad found its way to get me. It completely flipped me and made this fall from sane to full-fledged sinner by placing in my hand a trigger, making the smallest problems even bigger. But hey, what's the figure? Cause I ain't got no fear. In my heart's empty, ain't no love here. Nothing but blurred visions between my ears, but at least I'm trying. Every day I'm crying my pen dry, trying to leak the truth through its ball-tipped eye just to find the reason why. Trying to find some kind of meaning to my existence, or thoughts, or written, or messages, or spitting, but still I'm getting nowheres. Hard to find love with no cares. A city of self-destruction is where I live, where you take rather than give. I live down the streets from stuck-up attitudes, right near fucked-up avenue on a street called No Gratitude. I'm mad at you, I had to move just to prove I could help myself, but I hurt my health and called for help that I did not want and would not get. My phone lines were slit with 6-inch incisions. The dean to this city was my decisions. Unjust for law and unrighteous, no living, no definition of precision, only held grudges with no forgiveness. So give this peace to whoever thinks that they need no one. And the only way to live is with one gun in the world revolving around one son who's done no one. For you always have room to grow, and I did not see this. A good role model? I could not be this. I used to be, but that was history, and this is not his story, it is mine. See, I used to be an honor student with grades defined, but that was some point in time in the past, and now my future has become lost within my past, and I've stumbled across a road with I stumbled across the road with a slit in the midst, amidst dirt and gravel. I had no handle and chose the wrong way. Got stuck in a self-destructive place with my self-constructed waves. Puffing on a hydroponical haze that leaves me in a bionical daze while performing on an honorable stage. I see this is my only escape. My only escape from the pain is to let my thoughts escape my brain and drain onto a page. Words written with a wrathful rage, wielding the power to withstand any woe, willing to weep its way into my heart and build my wings. Happiness and joy, I've killed these things. Addiction, one of the many components that have become my best friend and worst opponent, but it's my issue and I own it. Lyrics to me are like crack to an addict. You could send me to rehab and I'll get back at it. A guaranteed relax, some will flow until I collapse, or even die perhaps. But only time will tell. Meanwhile, I will yell how poetry is the flow with me. So while I'm blowing trees, I flow a breeze to freeze heaven over and melt hell away. Well, poetry is my only escape, but I'm trying to get my life back on track, and I'm trying to grow spine in my back. However, until then, I'll be sitting at the bus stop awaiting my next ride back home. This last piece is entitled Prisoners of Poverty, and it's like a month or two old. I haven't really performed it too much, but I hope you like it. Our economical economy is based on our governmental psychology. Zombifying citizens like lobotomies. Out of 4 disasters, they probably plotted 3. Controlling our lives like potted trees. Soulless reapers stealing our sons like rotted thieves from poverty. Or citizens' monogamy resulting in the stain of mahogany on our governmental monopoly. Dry blood taste, ever so bittersweet. She asked him to bite it, so he bit her cheek. then chose to proceed to rape Lady Liberty, because making her bleed wasn't enough. We had to steal her innocence, I guess. In a sense, we had to feel her touch. But then we have to do so much, like heal her love, freedom. We took our heat and we freed him. Made him spread his wings against his will. We crucified a God, pierced his lungs, and made him spill all kin. Drenched in the stench of sin that still reeks on all of us. Turned our backs on him and said, in God we trust, yet we sin every day. And our government is creating morphines by forcing in morphine into morphines and slapping on morphines. The problem even the one or morphines couldn't help, because more teens are forced to go through more scenes of hell than a movie reel. They're enforcing a curfew which was foreseen to be broken at 14. Kids were already smoking and floating and growing and choking and toting. They got hot pistols which will leave you in a hospital, because the government's hospitality has its limits on the ghetto. But even that can't stop me. They try to cover us in concrete, but we grow through the cracks. We're like fiends with our nose to the cracks to get a sniff of that piff, the candy yams they call clouds and fresh air. I don't care who was there to see me sniff a sea of that green, trying to see the forest for the trees, but only over a computer screen, because I'm stuck in this great jungle of concrete. See, I'm unlocking my potential as a hot spitter, but being held back by cats ripping 50 stalls in the form of a swastika. They got that leather grip, feather clip, hot trigger, shooting out censorship whenever they play this, saying, no, you can't say this. Hey, this kid is pretty sick, but he got too much knowledge when he spits. See, I speak my mind, so whenever I open my mouth, I put my body on the line. Well, building a building of balls there, building and killing behind balls, willing to do the thrilling because their law and the badge hides their flaws, making the prisoners look up to the stars instead of looking up to the stars, seeping into skulls a disease called propaganda, worse than the Black Plague, AIDS, or SARS. And this ain't a two-way battle like a seesaw. Did you see Saw? They're playing our minds like jigsaw, but this jigsaw a game. Cause I question their authority. I'd be lucky to get 15 minutes of fame, rather take 15 bullets with my name, an assassination like Malcolm X. But truthfully, I'll be blessed to have such a hex, because that means I'll be making a difference, but it makes no difference. Because America started terrorizing the wrong people. In case you don't know what I mean or you're lost, Klansmen nowadays can't even afford the gas to burn their cross. I've earned and lost such reputation. A higher power sent us to damnation. This damnation's a joke, but I'll never choke, because I love the ghetto as a whole. Even the cats doing coke, even the crack that they smoke, even the back alley with the cats who are broke start dealing with dope, even the crack that's baking next to the stack of bacon being cooked for the kids. Because we're all prisoners of propaganda and poverty. Stop death, that's not for me. Don't stop for me. Stop for freedom. Because being dumb doesn't come free. It results in homicide and anarchy. And our key to freedom is only a piece away. So drop the gats and raise the fists and we'll be okay.